I've doomscrolled away hundreds, if not thousands of hours of my life, and I barely remember a single thing from it. Doomscrolling is as if somebody turned on a vacuum cleaner, sucking in my time. But I didn't even hear it. An opponent that doesn't play fair. If I hadn't managed to get rid of it, I'd probably be sleeping half the day today and scrolling through the other half, which would prevent me from pursuing my passions, like making videos or taking photos of pigeons, which I really enjoy. Back in the day, when I came home, first from school, now from work, I loved diving into all sorts of hobbies. Gaming with friends, maybe a TV show, or something more creative like making magnetic toys. But over the time, that started to fade away. Years passed before I even realized this problem existed. To fix it, I tried a bunch of things, but only a few actually worked. Because of course, anyone can just say, just scroll less. But I'm a fan of more bulletproof solutions. The ones where you don't have to grind and actively fight the problem. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. The stages I've had to go through to get rid of that doom scroll completely. Before I even start scrolling, I always do the same exact thing. And I bet you do it too. And no, I'm not talking about going to the bathroom. When I sit at my computer, my phone usually lies on my right. I have my favorite spot for it. It's always within arm's reach. So if someone messages me, I'll see it immediately. Which is especially handy since my phone is always on silent. Sounds great in theory. It's close and accessible. But this devilish thing constantly pulls my attention away. Gmail, WhatsApp, maybe some mobile games. Your village is under attack. You won an iPad. A prince from the other side of the world wrote to you so you can claim your 2 tons of gold, and all you have to do is send him $300 to prove you exist. We are under constant attack. Notifications. Because that's what we're talking about here. With every single one, I look at my phone. And with every somewhat important one, I pick it up. Because before every single scroll, I pick up my phone. And every single time I pick up the phone, it very quickly ends up not with just checking that notification. It leads right into an automatic muscle memory reaction of checking Instagram and seeing if there are any new stories. So in reality, the real root problem are notifications. They are what drag us into scrolling in the first place. And the best part is you can opt out of 90% of them and literally lose nothing. In fact, you win back a huge chunk of your free time. First, I unsubscribed from a massive number of mailing lists. Tons of websites were spamming my inbox. Oh, because I bought a graphics card here, so they sent me a promotion email. Or I made an account there once to watch a show. Plus 15 free courses I signed up for ages ago that I don't even remember anymore. Combined with over 100 random domains sending emails, that adds up to dozens of notifications every single day. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, games, a language learning app. Whatever it is, everything asks for notification permission right off the bat. And we politely hit allow. Agree, yes, send me notifications. So I went into the settings and stripped away the permission to ping me from most of these apps. Get lost, I thought. What do I care? That chopped off over 100 notifications a day. And by cutting down all these attention heists, I easily reclaimed an hour or two every day. Fewer chances to scroll simply means less scrolling. For a brief moment, I thought that was it. Problem solved. That I had cut out the root cause and doom scrolling wouldn't consume me anymore. But I quickly realized that this notification purge alone was far from enough. Because no matter how many notifications I cut out, unless I got rid of 100% of them, they were still going to pull me in, just less often. And I can't just wipe them all out completely. I still want to know if someone texts me or if an important email comes through. So I decided to pull an ace off my sleeve. A move so stupidly simple, yet it completely tricked my eye-brain-hand coordination. The exact system that was forcing me into doom scrolling. When you walk into a dark room at night, sit in your chair and stretch out your legs. You would never actively think about how you turned on the light just a few seconds ago, because you did it automatically. The second you walked in, your hand drifted to the light switch on its own without your conscious decision. And the exact same thing happens with your phone. When I reached for my phone to check an email, after closing the app, I'd land on the home screen. Obviously. From there, my hand would automatically launch Instagram and tap the first story in line. No decision made. No second thought. Automatic. Pure muscle memory. So yeah, I like using fairly aggressive solutions that are harder to fail. I literally just deleted a bunch of these apps. For a few days, maybe a week, after checking my email, my thumb would land right over the spot where the Instagram icon used to be. 2 seconds of hesitation, a tiny bit of sadness, and the phone gets locked. Turns out there wasn't much left to do on it anyway. You know, when you're at someone else's house and their light switch is on the wrong side of the door, and you just stand there clicking the plain wall like an idiot. But if anyone asks, I'd probably suggest just moving your apps around on the screen instead. Maybe hide them deeper in some folders, make them harder to launch, and lower the chances that you will trigger them out of habit. The apps joined the notifications straight into the trash. I was convinced it was game over, problem solved, that I'd get my lost hours back once and for all. Yet somehow, I still caught myself scrolling more than I wanted to. It was only at this stage that I finally managed to eliminate it. And I got here because one specific method I haven't yet mentioned failed me along the way. I used to force feed myself all these lectures, reminding myself at every opportunity how bad it was for me, how it's ruining my attention span, dopamine spikes, newspaper headlines that say TikTok is evil, it rots your brain, it turns people into zombies, etc. And that didn't yield good results, until I finally realized what it was taking away from me. Not the things slogans read in self-help articles, which, even if true, didn't really hit home for me. It was realizing how much time, energy and drive scrolling was stealing from me. Stealing my drive to do the things I actually wanted to do, which right now is making videos on whatever topic I feel like picking up. Once I truly grasped that, whenever I caught myself scrolling, I'd think, wait, I could be doing something way better right now. For me, a great alternative to doom scrolling is playing games. I will fire up something like Noita. You run around as a wizard, combine spells and blow up everything around you, usually including yourself. I will play for 20 minutes, 30, maybe an hour. Then I close the game, definitely not rage quitting because I blew up myself again. And I go back to work, refreshed and energized after a run and a bit angry session of gaming. And scrolling, you pop in for a second and 2 hours vanish. And your brain is fried by the end of it. But that's only one way to replace it. There is also even better alternative. Game with a great story. That can be even a cooler option. But for me, that's more of a time investment, closer to 2 hours. Like when I played through a game where you start as a peasant, swinging a sword, pretending to be a knight. I wouldn't even glance at my phone while I was immersed in that story. My favorite part was when I robbed an entire village and the next day the villagers warned me about a bandit roaming in the area. They were standing there in their underwear and yeah, I had their entire life savings in my backpack. And after a session like that, I feel satisfied, knowing I got to experience a piece of great story, which is the exact opposite of what scrolling would give me in that time. Thanks to that, I didn't need to force myself to stop scrolling. I'd simply ask myself, mid-scroll, if that's what I really want to do. And it wasn't. To me, it proves that scrolling is just a bad substitute for not having something interesting to do. And doom scrolling sucks you in deep. You end up sitting down there, unable to climb out of that hole. Now, the fight with scrolling is clearly favored for me, unlike just a few years back, where it could pull me in anytime. Once I stripped away its power in form of notifications, pushed it out of reach by removing the apps, and then took away its meaning by having a fun replacement. It didn't even have a way to fight back anymore. And for over a year now, I've had time to make videos, game with friends, watch a new show, spot some pigeons, or mess around with 3D printing. And in the exact spots where I used to watch a cat on a skateboard while rotting half the day away on a scroll feed. Look, I love cats on skateboards, but there is no point in watching them for 10 hours a day. Hey, this is John's Alchemy. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe.